Daniels.com. I appreciate you guys for continuing to rock with me, but I just got home off of an early morning flight, right? First thing through the door, I want to see my family. I love my family. You know, I'm a family man. I'm an advocate for families, right? Second thing, I got to get that hot shower because I got to throw the threads on. The threads make me feel like $1,000,000, but the third thing through my mind and all throughout the trip is that I gotta have that Tej pack. Tej makes my life uncomplicated. It's uncomplicated skincare for men. The first way that I started specifically was their level 1 system. It's a daily face wash to get rid of the dirt and grime on your skin. 2 times per week exfoliating scrub to get rid of the dead skin cells. An AM moisturizer with SPF 20 because you should always be protecting your skin from the sun. And a PM moisturizer to help your skin stay hydrated and healthy throughout the night. Here's the thing. My favorite part about Tej Henley is that every box comes with an instruction card that tells you when to use each product, how much to use, and in what order. They really making the process of achieving and maintaining amazing skin for men uncomplicated. In addition to amazing skin, members of Tej Henley get tons of benefits, including at least 20% off the retail price, the ability to customize your box, exclusive monthly deals, you can pause and cancel at any time, and you get free shipping. And because Tej Henley is sponsoring today's video, they're offering my viewers an amazing deal, right? Just click the first link in the description and you get 30% off your first box, plus a free gift. It's an amazing deal. You got to get started today. You're not out here trying to look like a Dusty. And if you travel as much as I do, which I'm sure most people don't, but you know me, I'm pushing my bag chasers in order to be in the top 5%, top 10%, top 1%. We got to make our lives uncomplicated, and Tej Henley is no better product. You got to look good. You got to smell good. And you can't be looking like a Dusty. Make sure you get started today. Click the link in the description. Get that Tej pack. Feel the Tej, my friends. What's going on is Anton from AntonDaniels.com. I appreciate you guys for continuing to rock with me. Welcome to the Millionaire Morning Show. We are live. It is Friday, September 16th, 2022. A lot of y'all got paid today, which means that it's a bag chaser Friday. Some of y'all got paid early yesterday. It's a bag chasing Friday Eve yesterday, and it's a bag chasing Friday. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to Spaces with the early support. Said, praise the Lord, saints of the Bag Chasers, Lutheran, Presbyterian, Missionary, Baptist Church of God in Christ of the Apostolic Faith. No fumbling on a Friday. Shout out to Spaces is in the building. Shout out to my Bag Chaser. They're in the building. I have a new exclusive video that is coming up for you next week, right after we do the live meetup here in Detroit, Michigan, and that is going to be absolutely awesome and popping. So shout out to all of the bag chasers that is going to meet me at the meetup this weekend. Matter of fact, tomorrow. I got a busy weekend. I have a very busy weekend. I didn't even get cleaned up and none of that because I got my beard guy coming over right after. Literally right after this live stream, I got my beard guy coming over, so we're going to get that popping. I got paid today. You know what's so funny? I get paid every 2 weeks, right? And I don't even care. Because you know where the money go? To all of the people around me. Rita, she take up a whole bunch of money out of it. Leslie, she get her allowance out of it. Everybody is happy on payday, except for me, right? I am happy in that, you know, I get my money that go into my 401k and, you know, you got all the investments. And again, this is your base pay for your regular job. But in a general sense, everybody is happy on payday, including all of the people around me. It's their day, not my day. So shout out to the bag chaser. Shout out to everybody getting it. Shout out to everybody that's tapping in Fight Club tonight. We're going to get it popping. I got a very, very interesting subject. Specifically, we're talking about the obstacles in the dating market today. Is it as fierce as everybody is making it out to be? Or are you guys just really being in the house and you're not out here participating in society anyway? Is it fierce because you're all going down the same path and making sure that y'all going on Instagram and Bumble and Tinder and you're doing the same thing that everybody else is doing? And how deep does the rabbit hole go as far as the obstacles and the issues that you as individuals, both men and women, are facing in this dating market? You're dealing with people that just got out of jail. You didn't know that he had a record. He on the down low over there. She got 160,000 bodies. I'm just curious, how deep is it? So we're gonna do that on Fight Club tonight. Hosted by yours truly, Aaron and Brittany. I might have to get Aaron and Brittany to tap in with Fight Club a little bit early because I got a charity preview to go to, and so I got different events. Black tie. I'm gonna have on my tuxedo today. I'm gonna be looking very, very, very splendid and spectacular. And I'm gonna try to bring my camera with me, but I am also going to try to detach a little bit so that I can enjoy the event, be able to network with my friends. I got an after party to go to afterwards. That's exclusive, and it's gonna be absolutely awesome. So shout out to all of the bag chasers. If you are not a part of the Patreon, link is in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat. We got the live meetup, Patreon meetup. So tap into the Patreon for the details of that. I got a Patreon exclusive video coming next week. And then I have a new interview that I'm going to be dropping next week. So I'm changing things up. For the first two, I said, you know what? I'm going to announce it. I'm going to say who it is that I got on the platform and things like that. For the next two, we're going to pivot a little bit. And we're going to make some adjustments. And you just going to have to be a part of the bag chasers to know about it. And so the Brittany Renner interview is not going to be available for the general public. I'm going to drop clips here and there on YouTube on my other channel, but it will not be available to the general public for at least a month. That's what we do. My bag chasers is getting everything first. This ain't about everybody else. This is about y'all, right? And so join the Discord as a part of the bag chasers. Make sure that you tapping in with the people. Work your way up through the videos, all of the mastermind sessions, all of the build the business. I got new announcements coming soon. I got the content creation space going up. So thank you. I just want to send a special. Shernon, I see you. I seen you on Instagram, Shernon. Shernon, like, I don't even remember the caption. One of one. I know. I see you, Shernon. You getting it on Instagram. Shout out to all of my people. And again, I have my beard guy coming over. We gonna get it popping. It's gonna be a busy weekend. Y'all know it's the auto show. This weekend you got the auto show. You got the Pistons Fall Festival. It's so much to do. So in addition to tapping in with me on the Millionaire Morning Show, in addition to tapping in with Fight Club late night, in addition to kicking it online and doing all of this other type of stuff, let me please implore you guys to get outside. Go outside, participate in society, come back in, kick it with your boy, join in on Fight Club, jump in on the Millionaire Morning Show. You know what I'm saying? Kick it, but go outside. You cannot interact with people in the same way online as you do outside. It's a different type of energy. When you got to shake hands with people and give hugs and have conversation, you have to make an effort, right? Your breath got to be smelling good. You got to brush your teeth. You got to make sure you got deodorant on. Listen, I know y'all blackity blacks don't like to wear deodorant and stuff, but I'm going to need you to do something. I need you to do something. All right? And listen, I hear you, Noble Xavier. Noble Xavier say, listen, Anton, they killing outside. Well, just don't be in that area. There are spaces that you can go to where there's a group of people that's going in the direction that you're going in. Online, that's the Patreon. Outside, you're going to have to decipher that for yourself, all right? But I'm not going to be in the house. I'm going to be outside. I'm going to be kicking it with my people, and I love hanging out with the people that actually absolutely love me and hold me down the most. So again, shout out to the bag chasers. Link is in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat. I already got a couple of my cars washed. So we all set for that. And then in addition to that, if you need to kick it with me personally, email me at antondaniels413@gmail.com, and we're going to make sure you get it popping. All right, so let's get straight into the show. First thing, before we get to Umar Johnson and Hope Giselle, because I'm assuming, I was pulling up some pictures. I said, Hoppo, who is that? Who is the one on the left transforming into the one on the right? Oh, we going to get to that. But give me a second. Because, first we got to get to the money. And if we don't do nothing else here on the Millionaire Morning Show, we're going to have to get to the money. All right. So the first thing that I want to talk about is our resident creative / people want to say that he's crazy, but he's actually a lot more sane than we like to admit, is our resident guy, Kanye. Shout out to Yeezy. Yeezy did an interview on CNBC because you guys know that I covered Yeezy over the last couple of days talking about his dissolving of a partnership with Gap, even though he had Gap jumping over 42% as a result of him becoming a partner with him. And Yeezy actually spoke on it, and he detailed why he decided to leave Gap. So I want to go into that video really quickly. I want to break it down slightly, just a quick hit, and then we're going to get over into Umar Johnson and Hope Giselle and Tammi Mack and Cynthia G, and we're going to get into the mess. You know what I'm saying?
Kanye West, now known as Ye, said he is terminating his deal with the retailer for failing to meet obligations in the agreement, including product distribution and opening Yeezy Gap stores. Joining us now to discuss, we've got a surprise guest for you, is Ye himself.
Are y'all going to get the Yeezy glasses, first of all? Me personally, I love the sneakers. I can even rock a hoodie or two because I am the hoodie captain. But I'm just not. I like the beard. It's a little rough in that he's not getting no lineup. You know, Yeezy kind of gay, do what he want to do. But the glasses, I seen Candace on with it. I said, I tried. I really was looking to feel it. I personally can't do the glasses. I can't see through them. They can't be prescription. I'm going to need Ye to give me a different set of glasses.
Good to see you. Thank you for joining us.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
So talk to us about what happened here. Why are you terminating this deal with Gap?
Well, it was always a dream of mine to be at the Gap and to bring the best product possible to the masses. And I always talk to them about doing products for $20, like the best product in the world, designed at the same level of the top fashion houses in the world at $20 for the people. And so we went through 3 years, and, you know, obviously there's always like struggles and back and forth when you're trying to build something new and integrate teams. So we designed an entire collection, and actually I wasn't able to set the actual price that I wanted for this collection.
So the first thing that he's saying, and it's always more beautiful when you can hear it out of the horse's mouth, right? The first thing that he's saying is, oh, snaps, my iPhones just got here. I might have to go and get hold on. You know, I ordered a bunch. I ordered iPhones for the whole team. My daughter's already arrived. Let me make sure that the iPhones get here. Shout out to Corey Houston that said, I know you busy. I sent the email and $3, also an additional $3 for the show. Shout out to Corey Houston for always holding me down. Let me make sure I call Rita Ree and say, hey, you need to go and get I got a bunch of the mugs. Oh. Hey, I'm on live. So I can't go down and go and get the iPhones. When you get back, can you go ahead and pick up those? Look in the email, get the thing, and then pick up the iPhones.
Yes, sir. I will do it.
I like it when you say yes, sir. I like that. That shows a level of humility and submission. I like that, yes, sir.
Okay.
All right.
Bye.
Bye. You know, I was talking to the OG. He gonna super chat. You know the OG that was on my channel the other day. OG gonna super chat talking about, I don't like the way that you treat your wife. I said, my wife like the way that I treat my wife. Who you talking to, OG? Don't you know that my chick like to be dominated by a strong, aggressive male? Huh? Y'all so busy trying to be little girl. See, I'm trying my hardest. Q said I wouldn't be able to go till Saturday without cussing. I'm gonna go without cussing. I said, don't you know that my chick love for me to dominate her? It's y'all simps, y'all suckers. I don't like the way that you deal with your wife. She like the way that I deal with her. She likes serving me. She likes serving the king. Who you talking to? Y'all the ones that ruin families. You the reason why feminism became a thing today. Don't you know that women want to be submissive? Don't you know that women want to serve you? Don't you know that women get pleasure out of serving you? He up there telling me about how my wife is supposed to feel, and my wife up here putting smiley emojis, and she's sitting right next to me laughing at him. Rita was looking at him like, ugh, I couldn't deal with no dude that is weak like that. Anton, I don't like the way you deal with your wife. I think you're disrespectful. And then right after I get off and I go into the room, she's like, oh, please disrespect me. She said, can you please disrespect me? I said, I am a disrespectful. Let me stop before I say something I ain't supposed to say. Boy, don't you know they want to serve you, that they get pleasure out of making you feel good, out of serving you and doing the right thing. But you got to be the right type of guy. They don't want to just serve no sucker. You shouldn't have to ask for submission. It should come by default because you just that dude. Now, on the flip side, my chick ain't got to worry about nothing. She shop what she want. She wake up to water every single day. She be chilling, and her only responsibility is to have fun, enjoy life. Go and get you a new dress, baby girl, because we got this charity event that we got to go to. You know what I'm saying? I called her. I said, hey, did you get the maids back on schedule? Nah, but we got these simps that is trying to continue to ruin you guys in the same way that they ruined their marriage. And this is the same guy that freaking walked away and divorced his chick over a side chick. Threw his whole marriage away, messed up his whole family over a side. Let me not get out of pocket. We got to get back to Ye. We going to get back to the business. We got to get back to the money, guys.
And then they actually took one of the shirts and sold it for $19. So didn't price my stuff. Priced my stuff at like $200 and above their whole price point normally. And then did the exact shirt for $20. Also,
so he's saying that Gap finessed him. He's saying that Gap wasn't necessarily really try to utilize his designs, and they're not trying to really embrace what Kanye is bringing to the table. He said, yo, we designed a whole collection, was working with them, trying to, boosted their share price. And then I wanted to bring something for the people. And so for those of y'all that was complaining, saying that, yo, Ye is overpriced and it's not affordable to the people. He said we designed a collection of what that was affordable for the people, starting at $20. Gap was trying to capitalize, and they the ones that shot up the prices, wouldn't even listen to me, didn't respect me, didn't give me an opportunity to voice my opinion. And so they just wanted to use me and thought that they could just throw money at me. And then they thought that they was going to disrespect the people that I was trying to serve. But I'm trying to give y'all the best quality at the best prices. And Gap was finessing us. They took my stuff and overpriced it. And then they took my design and then applied it to something that they was doing and then sold their stuff for $20.
Did pop-ups, and I signed on with them because they had in the contract they said they were going to do stores, and they just ignored us about building stores constantly, and it was very frustrating. It was very disheartening because I just put everything I had. I put, all of my top relationships. I went and got Dimna, the head designer of Balenciaga, which is one of the hottest brands in the world, to come. He does couture. And with that relationship, he ended up, working on a Gap collection for me. There are a lot of things, colorways that I didn't approve.
So this man put his own business relationships on the line. I had somebody that was on a call with me and they were pitching me this new deal, right? Because I'm always looking to be an investor in new businesses. I'm probably going to bring back the investor series inside of the Patreon where you guys give me your ideas and then I fund your businesses. I give you the seed money to get started and then we go from there. But he's saying that, yo, I put my relationships on the line and everything like that. And I hate when people try to convince me to put my business relationships that I've cultivated for over 20 years on the line for a business pitch. And I don't even know you. I don't know if you're going to deliver. I don't know what your pitch is. I don't know anything about your company. I don't know what your success rate is. I need to understand who you are before I just throw my business relationships into the mix. And this is somewhat of what happened to Kanye. He said, listen, designers that I got relationships with, that was with Balenciaga. We had ideas that we brought them over to be able to design for the Gap. I put my business on the line. I ain't approved these colorways that these people got going on. I don't know what's going on behind the scenes. And so this is the caveat of not controlling what it is that you do, which it is a trade-off. The trade-off is that you get the resources and you get the infrastructure that allows for you to be able to build, bigger products faster and scale quicker and be able to get things out to the people. But now that we have technology, and once you get a level of resources such as Kanye, you're not controlled by anybody, and it's more important to maintain a good relationship with the people that you do business with than to make a quick buck from them. I'd rather pour into my people than take from them because the relationship is more important than the money. I want us to get money together. I don't want to profit off of you. And I think that that's somewhat of a sentiment that Kanye has, and that he is for the people. It's not just about designing good things. It's about building great relationships. This is the foundation of what you need to be looking at from a business perspective. Let's continue.
There's a lot of places that the product went to, certain sites where it was like they were just dog and pony and the idea around town. And sometimes I would talk to the guys, the heads up, the leaders, and it would just be like I was on mute or something. And they totally, our agenda, it wasn't aligned. And I know, my family, we're Garmentos. My family, we made the first Louis Vuitton bootleg jogging suits. When they used to confiscate the bags at LAX, that's actually literally my family that would cut up those bags and make jogging suits. We literally would make cross colors. Yeah, this is because people always think of things like a celebrity. This kind of, I wouldn't have been so influential in clothing language. I like that, but I like the word language better than aesthetic, because the language is a base. Aesthetic is just a style. It's a language that me and Virgil and Dimna and Jerry Lorenzo and Matt Williams brought in streetwear, in this like Mark Echoes complex idea of what it is today, what high schools look like today. And everyone knows that, I'm the leader, I'm the king, right? So
talk your talk, bro.
A king can't live in someone else's castle. A king has to.
He said, listen, everybody know I'm the king. I love it when people just stand on their square and they are what they are, but then they can back it up, because it's a difference between arrogance and confidence. Arrogance is just talking and blowing smoke. Confidence is being able to back up. People may not necessarily like what you say, but it doesn't mean that it's any less true. Shout out to Philip Sadiq. He says, Anton exposing the Queen's Court. We about to get into that right now. Also, my baby girl. I got to give a special shout out to my baby girl. I'm going to have to tell her to stop sending me so many super chats every day. Onyx, I'm going to have to tell you to stop sending me so many super chats every day. She says, hold your cup and let me pour in. Come on, man. Tell me that I don't have the greatest group of women around me that are absolutely awesome. Tell me that these women are not awesome, beautiful, dope, successful. And again, the goal isn't to have them be our pets. The goal is to figure out how we can unleash them, right? Women will be your greatest tool, your greatest asset, your greatest Swiss Army knife if you understand them, but they can also be your worst enemy if you reject them, right? And it's a specific way that you need to use the women in your atmosphere in order to enable them to become the best version of themselves, because the best version of them is the best version of us. We want to empower these awesome women so that they can then go out and be the best version of themselves, which then pours back into us. It's a reason why they're called a helpmeet. They want to nurture. They want to pour into us. They want to serve. They want to do things great for us. All we got to do is make sure that they're taken care of in the back end. They'll believe in us. They'll ride with us off the cliff. All we got to do is give them the tools that they need in order to be. Women are amazing creatures. I love you, Onyx. I love you, Shernon. I love you, Beautiful Disaster. I love you, Natasha. I love all of my people. I love you, Burgundy. I love all of my ladies. I love Lockhart. I love Felicia. I love all of you. Y'all are my heart. I'm always going to have y'all back. Thank you for always making sure that y'all hold me down, because I am absolutely positively going to hold you guys down. Thank you, Onyx. You are a gem. Patrick Hill says, bless you and everyone watching. Bless y'all too. I love y'all. Jay Ali, my girl. What's going on? What's going on, friends? All right, so let's get into this Umar Johnson. Oh, thank you, Shannon. Let's get into this Umar Johnson. M. Mills, I love you. Says, we ride and die for the men that respect us. I'll ride and die for you too, baby girl. Yeah, let's get it. All right, so let's get into this whole Umar Johnson thing. So as we all know, right, one of the people that I skipped over when we were having this conversation about everything that was happening with Cynthia G and Umar Johnson, because people are very passionate about what's going on with Cynthia G and then what's going on with Umar Johnson. And the thing about it is that everybody on the internet, in a sense, kind of have their own tribe, even Hope Giselle. Now, I'm just finding out about Hope Giselle. Hope Giselle, a lot of y'all are the ones that inform me that Hope Giselle is not the Hope Giselle that you think you're looking at. And Umar Johnson apparently was not aware of it either. And so Umar Johnson went on a rant and then Hope Giselle responded. But Umar Johnson was more mad at Tammi Mack. Not necessarily Hope Giselle specifically, but Umar Johnson was throwing shots. And we're going to watch the video. I am definitely going to play it. But he was more mad at Tammi Mack than anything. And he says, yo, I had a right to know who I was talking to on the panel. And I think that that's just good journalism. That's just the good moves. That's the things that you're supposed to do as an individual to ensure that we have this thing in truth. We actually are able to address people accordingly. And I shouldn't be fooled. I shouldn't be tricked. Give me 1 second, y'all. Give me 1 second. You know Anton is still on corporate, getting that corporate bag. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Mark Lindsay. Mark Lindsay says, thank you, Anton, for being you and being out in the front leading the pack. We appreciate you, bro. Glad I found you. Well, I'm glad I found y'all too, including you, Mark Lindsay. I am glad that you guys, because, you know, honestly, I believe that I speak for a group of people that choose not to be participant or choose to be as visible as some of the other people on the internet, right? There's a group of us in a larger sense that is successful, that do have a good heart, that are faithful, that do take care of business, that is bag chasing, that is successful, and they not necessarily a rapper or a basketball player. And it's a lot of us that are winning in life, and we want to continue to pour into people. But how can we, when the loudest people in the room are always the worst for us, which is one of the reasons why I say I divest myself against the worst things for us, including this trash culture that we hold up in high esteem. So thank you, Mark Lindsay, for continuing to support me and everybody that hold me down. Out here pinging Anton while I'm out here taking care of business. What's going on? Let me fake join this meeting. Anyways, so Hope Giselle. This is Hope. This is Hope. Hope used to be a little boy. A grown man. Hope used to be a grown man. Now, Hope apparently, I had to do a little bit of research to find out what the heck is going on. Yeah, Asia McMillan, I got to fake join this meeting acting like I'm a part of it. Yeah, guys, listen, no worries. I'm going to get it to you in the meeting. Hey, send me the meeting minutes so I can go back over that and figure that out. Don't worry. We gonna get in there. But Hope. One of the problems that I have with people, and it's the same problem that I have with men that are on the down low. When you look at Atlanta and they talk about the disease rate or the STIs and the STDs rivaling that of a third world country, that comes from people not being transparent and authentic in who they are. If you're so comfortable in your skin, if you're so forward when it comes to people being authentically who they are, then why are you not informing us and telling us exactly who you are and then that leading the conversation? I don't like, listen, you can do whatever you want to do. Nobody is telling you what you can and can't do. We live in the freest country in the world. But the one thing that I do not like is people deceiving people. I don't like deception. And Umar Johnson, as much as I don't always agree with him, because there's some stuff that I agree with him about and some stuff that I don't agree with him about, Umar Johnson was deceived. And for him to be calling that person a black queen on the panel is a form of deception. So we're going to go ahead and jump into the Umar Johnson video because I think that this is egregious. Can you imagine if you went out on a date? He said, that's Wayman from Low Down Dirty Shame. Y'all are a mess. Can you imagine that if you went on Bumble or you went on Tinder and you linked up? It says, oh, look at Miss Lockhart. This is what our community does. Onyx says, and shout out to Miss Lockhart for bringing me here. Miss Lockhart is the one that basically connected with Onyx, and Onyx was like, ah. She probably was like, ah. Onyx was probably how Brittany Renner was when she first ran. I don't know. That dude was trying to get at. He's trying to kill me on the live stream. Onyx said, no, you got to see through it. You got to see the true spirit of this person that's actually trying to pour into, and they living that life. Shout out to Miss Lockhart and Onyx. We love y'all. My people. But think about it, y'all. Imagine y'all go on Bumble or you go on Tinder or you go on Instagram and you DMing a person, right? And you don't know that this person is something completely different. Now, let's say hypothetically that you guys decide, shout out to Corey Houston. It's disrespectful to deceive. Let's say y'all get a little frisky. And they went through hormone treatment because now apparently it's getting more difficult than ever for you to be able to tell who's who and who's not, right? Let's say y'all get a little frisky and y'all decide not to get too physical, but y'all decide to get oral. You kiss this thing in the mouth. He did call her a cocoa butter goddess. Oh, y'all can't be acting like that. Stop it. We love Kayla. Kayla is our girl. Kayla is our girl. We love Kayla. But what if you walk it? What if you walk Hope? I don't even know if that's the original name. What if you walk Hope to their front door? Now you walk in a whole something. What is it? We don't know. It's an altered beast. I don't know if y'all remember. We used to play this video game back on Sega Genesis. Then it was the game that came with the console, and it was called Altered Beast. You are walking a altered beast to the front door because you don't know. They did not give you or allow for you to make an informed decision as to whether or not you wanted to rock with this person. Now, if they tell you, listen, I'm an altered beast, and you say, okay, cool, I'm with it. There is a community of people, I'm sure, that is willing to rock with you on that level. Shout out to Maury. Maury says, this is nasty. Males who lie about their biology will get hurt in certain places for doing this. Absolutely disgusting. I don't know how I would react. And a lot of people don't know how they would react, right? I think that Umar Johnson was too cool for it. Thank you, Maury. What if you walk this altered beast to the front door, right? Hands is just like yours. Torso is all strong. You're like, dang, this girl been working out. They must be an Olympian. They are really into fitness. Adam's apples all sticking out. They stronger than you. If y'all want to get into a domestic dispute, you getting your look, I was about to say it. See, I'm still pure. You getting your butt kicked. You like, God, this bigger version of Simone Biles is beating my face in. I can't breathe. That game was fire, wasn't it? I remember Altered Beast. Shout out to Real. What if you walk this changing entity to the front door and you kiss it in the mouth? That is still the original tongue. That tongue did not change into a woman's tongue. It's a difference between a woman's tongue and a man's tongue. That tongue didn't change. The bone structure is still the same. The shoulder bone, all of that stuff is still the same. You can't change that stuff. That is the same tongue as whoever it was that came out of their mama. You can't tell me any different. I'm not being disrespectful. I'm just telling the truth. That is the same tongue, same hands, same nails, same thighs, same legs, same skin. You cannot change it. You don't outgrow it. You are not a reptile. You can't cut the arms off and then the arm regrow out like a baby arm. It's not new. It's not new. And it's deceiving. It is egregious. And it is disrespectful at the highest level for somebody. If a man tricked a woman and told him that he was straight, but he was really bisexual, that is just as disrespectful. If a woman tricks a man and say that she wants him to take him out to get to know him for him, but is really out there so she can get a free meal, that is just as disrespectful. This is disrespect at the highest level because you're kissing something and you don't really know what it is. You kissing something you don't know what it is. Shout out to Delon. Says, so this is an alpha This is an alpha female. So I want to get into Umar Johnson's video and we're going to break it down. I want to see what Umar had to say. Shout out to Kojak. He says, Alexa, play Boy George's crying game. Let's get into what Umar Johnson. That's a whole something. 6-pack. Look at this. What is it? What do you call these? Lats? The part that connect from your shoulders up to your neck. Lats. Look how thick that neck is. That is a pit bull's neck on them. That is a pit bull's neck on them. Sharon says, or Sharon Hammonds says, hey, Anton, newbie here to your Patreon. Glad I joined the family. How did Umar find out that she was a he? I'm guessing that somebody told him. The same way that y'all told me when I was watching the video is probably the same thing that people was telling. Hey, that's something different over there. There's something different over there. Listen, I can tell. Y'all not looking at the context clues. That is a pit bull's neck. The traps. Traps is, look at these traps. Look, y'all. Look. Look at the traps. Look at the traps. That is a trap of a bodybuilding man. Can run the 440 in no time flat. Could have been a wide receiver for the Detroit Lions. I don't care what y'all say. I know what I'm looking at. Pit bull in a skirt. Ain't that what Eve said? Let's get into the video. I want to see what Umar Johnson's reaction is. And then I will tell you what my reaction is. And I'm going to come back to the super chats. Let's get into it, ladies and gentlemen. This is insane. What times are we living in? We are living in the end of times. Real talk. Tricking me.
To know that I'm on a panel with a surgically altered black man. Because if I would have knew that I was on a panel with a surgically altered black man, if I would have...
Hey, a dude is broken when he pick up a basketball because he's trying to exert his masculinity to reassure people that, listen, I didn't know, in his words, that I was on a panel with a surgically altered black man. Hey, dude he's sweating like a slave in 1919. That just got freed and can't drink colored water, and he just ran from the people that was trying to persecute him. A dude is got to reassert his masculinity when he on a live in one hand with the phone and he got a basketball in the other hand. A dude is questioning himself. He almost felt like he kissed that surgically altered male. Feeling some type of way.
Knew that I was on a panel with a surgically altered black man.
He said, listen, probably can beat me in one-on-one.
My conversation might have been different. My analysis might have been different. My critique might have been different. My insight might have been different.
Ain't no might have been, because you wouldn't have been calling a beautiful black queen.
You want to bring a surgically altered male to the conversation? No worries. Because intellectually, nobody can handle me. Intellectually, nobody can handle me. So if you want to bring a surgically altered male, no disrespect, but don't you think you have a right to tell me?
Facts. And now don't listen. Maybe intellectually they may not be able to handle you, but if y'all got in that boxing ring or if y'all got into a fight, it may be a different story, Umar. You don't know what you's dealing with. It may be a different story. You have no clue what you might be dealing with, Umar. It may be a completely different story. Maybe not intellectually, but you better be able to talk your way out of that brown paper bag, big dog, because if that surgically altered male get their hands on you, it is going to be Floyd Mayweather. I don't even know how tall Hope is. Do anybody know how tall Hope Giselle is? Umar sweating like Chadwick Boseman. Umar is sweating like, and he got a basketball in his. He said, I got to go to the gym in order to have this conversation with y'all.
Do your guests have a right to be informed? You know, that's all I'm saying.
I agree.
Don't have me thinking I'm talking to a woman. Don't have me thinking I'm talking to a woman. Don't have me think I'm talking to a woman and I'm having a conversation with a surgically altered male. That's all. No disrespect. Just let me know. Hope Giselle, I ain't got nothing against you, bruh. Hope Giselle, I ain't got nothing against you, bruh. Hope Giselle, I ain't got nothing against you, bruh.
I'm trying to hold in my laugh. Hey. He is intellectually mind-boggling assault on Hope. He said, I ain't got nothing against you, bruh. He didn't say, I don't have anything against you. I'm going to get to the super chats and he said, I ain't got nothing against you, bruh. Say it to their face. Say it to their face, Umar. Listen, you might win, but they might win. You might lose. You have a stronger possibility winning against a woman than you do against us. Now, wait a minute, because Umar Johnson is an advocate for black women, right? Considering that Umar Johnson doesn't consider Hope Giselle to be worthy of a queen's label, if they got into a scrap, would he fight back? See, these are the questions that we have to start asking ourselves after we have this conversation, because it's like, because a lot of y'all say, I would never hit a woman. Would you hit a surgically altered woman? Is it the same thing? When y'all play basketball, can they slap you on the butt the same way and say good game? Would y'all go into the locker room and feel confident taking the same shower with each other? Ooh, questions that you never thought of that we are now exploring because it changes the dynamic of things. Would you let Hope Giselle go into the bathroom with your daughter? If your girl got into a fight with Hope because it's a girl fight and they having a female dispute, do you feel as confident in your girl winning, or do you think that she gonna get destroyed and mollywopped because she's really fighting a surgically altered male with a skeletal that's like Skeletor on He-Man? Self-defense takes on a completely different conversation now. You're gonna have to put two in them. Ain't no more fighting. This is why you can't fight no more, because you don't even know who you fighting no more. You don't know if you fighting an altered beast. Listen, Hope Giselle could very much be taking the same serum as Captain America. This could be a completely different fight for you. You could be fighting for your life. This is a surgically altered male that could choke you to death. I'm not afraid of any woman choking me, putting their hands on me and choking me to death. Hope Giselle can kill you with their bare hands. Real talk. Can kill you. Hands are weapons from Hope. And I believe that Dr. Umar Johnson had a right to know who he was talking to on the panel because he would not have said beautiful black queens.
I'm simply saying I had a right to know. That's all. I'm not going to disrespect you.
You already did.
I have no interest in disrespecting you.
You already did.
I'm just saying I had a right to know that you were a surgically altered male. That's
yes. Hope Giselle is a super soldier.
And as far as
he had to put
Cynthia,
the basketball down.
I'm not even going to speak on her.
You don't even like Cynthia.
I'm not even going to. All I'm going to say is this. I hope my sister gets some deep spiritual therapy.
What is deep spiritual therapy? What do you need? Sage? What are the ingredients for deep spiritual therapy?
Because she was hurt by a black man in her life.
Facts.
I hope my sister gets
too.
some deep spiritual therapy.
I can see it.
Because she was hurt by somebody, and a black man hurt Sister Cynthia real bad.
I agree.
And I love
somebody. Let me tell you what I think happened to Cynthia G, because of the way that she speaks, even just with me seeing that small sample size on the panel. What I believe happened to Cynthia G is that she fell in love with a dude and they did the Jody to her. And she was like, tell me you love me. And he was like, I love you. And then he had that PNC. And for those of y'all that know, put it in the chat. I need y'all to put it in the chat of what PNC is. And the millisecond that he had she was no longer worth anything to him. She thought that he loved her and he didn't. And he had that PNC. But he had already, and ever since then, the demon that you know that is Cynthia G today, even though she sells some truths, she tells half truths though. And I'm not necessarily a fan of Umar Johnson either, but it is very clear to those that are paying attention that somebody bust her down and left her and told her she was for the streets and it's not my turn. You not mine, it's just my turn. Somebody did that to her.
my sister. I love my sister, Cynthia.
No, you don't.
Cynthia, I'm not going to say nothing against you. Yes, you were mean and nasty, condescending and rude. You hate black men, but I love you anyway because you are still a beautiful African queen. Do you hear me, Cynthia G?
And this is one of the reasons why these women don't respect us, because even though they will assault you, they will tell you that you ain't nothing. Rihanna probably told Chris Brown, just like my boy D. Ray Davis said, that's why you can't dance. They will take the biggest insecurity that you have and they will throw it in your face. Y'all sitting here just like these OGs. And this is why you don't take relationship advice. You may take good speech advice. You may take psychology advice, but you don't take relationship advice from simps like Umar Johnson, because he's enabling and actually empowering the demons to become stronger versions of themselves. And while Cynthia G is over there mobilizing a demon army, he's over there telling her that you're a beautiful black queen. That's how you got fooled the first time with Hope Johnson. Okay, Umar.
You know what the G stand for? The G stand for go get some psychotherapy. Cynthia G. The G stands for go get some psychotherapy. I love my sister, Cynthia. I love my sister, Cynthia. I ain't gonna say nothing to disrespect that beautiful African woman. But as a therapist, as a doctor of clinical psychology, I'm referring Cynthia G to the Association of Black Psychologists for some post-traumatic relationship dysfunction disorder. I said post-traumatic relationship dysfunction disorder.
At least Umar Johnson knows how to use his words, unlike T.I. At least he used them in the right context. Any word with 3 or more syllables, please call T.I. and tell him don't use it. Stick with and, the, or,
post-traumatic relationship dysfunction disorder. Post-traumatic romance disorder. She just need some therapy to process the trauma. She just needs somebody to help her process the trauma. But that's my sister.
Oh, he trolling.
And I love her.
Cap.
I'm not going to disrespect. Sister Kai, you said you can be here tomorrow at 1 o'clock, right? 10 o'clock, I'm sorry, right, 10 o'clock.
So let me pause here. We're going to get to Hope's response. So Hope, this is Hope. Hope, this is what Hope looked like. You're not going to sit here and tell me, not even for a little bit. This is what Hope was on the show, on Fox Soul show that was debating with Cynthia G and Umar Johnson. You're not going to sit here and tell me that you would not question yourself with this jawline that is, according to Umar Johnson, that this is a surgically altered male. You are not going to sit there and convince me. No way, no how. Let me blow this up for y'all, and I want to see this. You're telling me you're fooled? Milli Vanilli right here. You're fooled by Milli Vanilli. Look like Milli Vanilli is doing reference songs like Milli Vanilli, lip singing like Milli Vanilli, because that's not what they sounded like originally. You're not going to sit here and tell me that this looks like a regular person. No way. I need to see your birth certificate. I want to see your baby pictures. I want to talk to your parents, and I want to see your passport to know whether or not you went to another country to get some surgery done that is not legal here in the United States of America. You are not going to tell me. I know a lot of y'all saying, Anton, look, you can't, it's tricky over here in Atlanta. I don't know no more. She pulled her pants down. I didn't see nothing. You're not going to tell me that I can't have a conversation with Hope. You're not going to tell me that I can't have a conversation with Hope and I can't tell that this is something different than what it is that I expected it to be. I'm not going. Hope look like she will beat your dude. I'm not going to cuss. You're not going to tell me that this look regular. This is what... You're not going to sell me. Because that's Hope. That's the real Hope. That's the original Hope. You're not going to sell me. You're not going to do it. Let me see something. Let's see what Hope got to say real quick. I just want to get a sample before I read these super chats because I'm very, very thankful for you guys for continuing to contribute and take care of me and support the platform. I just want to see what Hope got to say.
That, which is something that I think is a fundamental issue within our community, is the fact that we are so willing and ready to walk away from each other.
No, I'm not going. Harpo. Who is this? Harpo. Who is this? I'm not going. I'm not going for it. I'm not doing it. You're not gonna trick me out of my ducats. No way, no how. But this is Hope's response to Dr. Umar Johnson. But before we get into Hope's response, let me go ahead and get to the super chats because I want to make sure that I acknowledge everybody that acknowledged me, and I want to get y'all sentiments. Shout out to Nina Blue. Edit 2 says Blanca. Y'all got the Street Fighter references now? Oh my Jesus. Blanca from Street Fighter 2 into Malaikaya from First Sunday with Cube. Malachi? Is that how I pronounce that? Malachi from First Sunday with Cube? Cliff Williams says, they're shims, bro. Yes. Look at the shims. You can tell by the shims because they didn't get that changed. Shout out to Cliff giving us a heads up. A woman. Hold on. Wait. I gotta pull that up. Because a lot of y'all was listening to the minister. Before we continue, a lot of y'all was listening to the minister. And the minister told you that the only way for you to find heaven was through a...
I want to tell you something.
Y'all didn't know I had it on deck, did y'all?
My teacher, okay. Your teacher,
all right.
Honorable Elijah Muhammad said,
okay.
The only...
They don't like me when I play this one. They said, you are misrepresenting the minister. I didn't change his words. I'm just going to play it for what he said it.
Heaven for man
Come on. Preach it.
is found in a woman.
Look at all of these simps. Yeah. Okay. And he took a pause. He took a breath. He says, am I preaching? Yes, Pastor.
Now you want to go to heaven, and you don't even have to die.
I got this memorized. Now you want to go to heaven, and you don't even have to die. Well, minister, tell us how we go to heaven without dying. I'm curious because nobody wants to die, yet everybody wants to go to heaven. What do I need to find? Do I need hope? Do I need a hope, Giselle? Tell us, minister.
You just got to find you a woman.
Anton, don't you play that. You were going to misrepresent the minister. He didn't mean it like that. Then why was he doing a neck roll when he was doing it? Okay, tell us one more time, minister.
You just got to find you a woman.
Okay, minister. Thank you for telling me. So now that we know what we can find in heaven is all we need is a woman. Let me get to the rest of these super chats and then we're going to go and I hope Giselle's response. Aaron says, Hope should sue Marvel to get royalties from She-Hulk. Y'all so full of the devil today. It must be Friday. Is it a Freaky Friday? Y'all are full of it today. Valdez Brown says, Anton put Hope pictures side by side next. I'm not doing it. Thank you for the super chat. We love Kayla. Kayla is dope in real life. That's his woman. That was a heck of a run, wasn't it? Lil Black Duck 2001 says that is a trap. All right. Shout out to you and the Bag Chaser. Shout out to everybody that's a part of the Patreon. Link is in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat. We got the Brittany Renner interview up right now. Make sure that y'all tap in and y'all get that bag and the interview right on top of that. Shout out to Lil Black Duck. I appreciate you, big dog. Matt Hoskins. Hope looks and acts just. Y'all gonna have to stop trolling. We love Kayla. Captain Morgan says that's a man, baby. Austin, that's a man, baby. Yeah. And Austin Powers voice. Cliff says, I don't fight first with anybody, bro. You want smoke? My 4-5 got that. Lady boys can get it too. Real talk. We stomp. That's why I said we got to stomp these chicks out when you get into a fist fight because you don't know if you're fighting with hope or you don't know if you're fighting with hope. You know what I'm saying? Real says he tripled up on that, bruh. He did. He doubled down. Kevin Robinson says, y'all better get a Carfax on these chicks, fellas. No, y'all want one night stands. Y'all just want to bust these chicks down. Ain't no Carfaxes. Anthony Baker, thank you for the 20 ball. My dog says The Woman King. Didn't that movie come out today? Didn't The Woman King come out today? Shout out to all of these feminist movies that's trying to make sure that we... This is insane. Mr. Chambers says, a ninja with a wig. Facts. Nana Blue, edit 2, says that strong safety Earl Thomas Ravens. Listen, I'm just reading the super chats. The views and opinions expressed by the super chats are not those of mine. They're of the people that are donating to the platform. Jordan Smith says, shout out to Anton for that Brittany Renner interview. Question, after that interview, do you think Brittany Renner is worthy of being a wife? Also, downloaded Tanning of America on Audible. I think that if you are a dude like me, you can make any woman be whatever it is that you need her to be. I'm going to just leave it at that. Brittany is my girl. That's my dog. I rock with her. Shout out to Brittany. Dayline says deep spiritual therapy equal that Monster Mash 3000. Mr. P said phenomenal show. Thank you, Mr. P. I appreciate you. Artifacts Podcast says I think the doctor needs psychotherapy. I think all of these people that be on YouTube, maybe even myself, need like psychotherapy. Aaron says he may be intellectual, but he's blind if he didn't see that strong jawline. Facts. The first time I seen it, I was like, who is this Harpo? What is this thing on here? And I was like, Anton, that's something else. Too Tall says, this is fascinating. I agree. Mr. Chambers says, anytime I've seen an altered beast, I've always got a red flag in my spirit. Dudes risk it all for a nut. They will, and they will turn a blind eye. I think that they be liking an altered beast anyway. Patrick Hill says, He-Man, Aquaman, Superman, Green Lantern. Bro. That is all Clark Kent up in that black skin over there. R. Payne says, most hilarious front door kiss description ever. Imagine giving a kiss to this chick. It would be crazy. Philip Sadiq says, Hope put up a response video to Umar. Yikes. Yes, she did. And we are about to go into it right now. Make sure y'all hit a like for the YouTube algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications. If you have not already, make sure you tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description, as well as pinned to the top of the chat. And then last but not least, make sure if you need to get in touch with me, email me at antondaniels413@gmail.com. We're going to get you set up for a Zoom call, a personal phone call. Or if you just want to say, yo, Anton, I rock with you. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Thank y'all for the emails. Let me get to a couple more of these super chats. Elo says, Hope looked like Richard Williams mixed with running back Ricky Williams. Y'all so ugly. Thank you, Darius Pierce, LLC, for the $5 super chat. I appreciate y'all and everybody that is holding me down. Let's get into the Hope response. I'm curious. I have not seen it yet. I am going to preface this by saying that I have not seen this response yet. Somebody sent it to me, and so now I am going to play it for you and me to be able to react to, and we're going to deep dive into this.
Which is something that I think is a fundamental issue within our community, is the fact that we are so willing and ready to walk away from each other than to figure this shit out. But
do you see that she verified on or he, whatever it is verified on Instagram? Yeah. I might have to get verified.
What really burdens your grits and what really makes you upset, Dr. Umar?
And they tried to hit us with the femininity. Tried to hit us with one of these. Stop it.
Is that you sat there on that motherfucking live, that panel for an hour and a half with commercial breaks and all of that shit. And your little dick was jumping.
Hey, you know what the real worst part about this is? And listen, if you're listening to Hope, this whole response video, let me preface this. If you're listening to this response video and you can't tell that this is something different, you cannot fake real femininity. I don't care what you say. Nobody has been able to convince me yet that you cannot have a conversation with somebody for 10 seconds, let them talk, look at the mannerisms, look at how they overcompensate, acting like they're feminine. You cannot tell me for 5 seconds that you should not be able to spot that is a whole person that is different from what they're presenting themselves. I am not fooled even a little bit. I don't care how many pills you take. They're going to have to do some more surgery. They're going to have to make some more adjustments. They're going to have to give us some more insight and understanding and advance the technology, because I can tell all over hands, neck, voice, sentiment, overcompensating for femininity. Women don't move like that. Maybe y'all ain't been around enough of them. Women don't move like that. Not natural born women. They don't move like that at all. Not even a little bit. If you can't tell that this is a dude, surgically altered male, then I feel sorry for you, because you need to start getting your dad and your grandfather and your friends to more effectively vet for you. That is fooling nobody. I don't care how Photoshop your pictures are. You are not fooling anybody. Women don't move like that. I'm going to give y'all, before we get further into this video, do you see, and this is no disrespect because I don't really care how you live your life. Have you seen a guy that is trying to act like a woman, right? And they overdo it. They overswitch. They overcarry their purse. And it's funny because even Rita be like, look at it. Why are they carrying their purse like that? Well, because they're overcompensating, trying to convince themselves that they are something that they are not. And it's not natural. It's not real. It's almost like a man just move like a man. A woman just move like a woman. It ain't something that you can even explain. It's just something that you can see and you can feel. Let me go ahead to her insult or its insults. Because she's talking about Umar Johnson now.
Sat there on that motherfucking live, that panel for an
That's
hour and a half.
That's a whole nigga. That ain't no cuss word. That's a whole nigga on that panel. You not about to sit here. I know I got to get to the reaction. You not about to sit here and tell me that ain't no whole nigga on there talking to you. Don't cover your kids' ears if you watching this. Listen, tell your pastor it's okay. Anton ain't cussing. He just talking how we really be talking out here in these streets. That's a whole nigga. I don't care what you say. You not gonna sell me on no fact that Anton you can't tell nowadays. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. And now I'm about to square. Listen, this is how I'm moving. This is how I'm moving. What you, dog? What you say to me? Because you got to back up a little bit and you're not going to square up, but you just going to back up. You just going to do like that. If you don't naturally do like that, when they start talking to you, be like, and you know how you got to do it. You got to tell your homie. And he already know because you ain't got to say no words. But when you do like this to him, this is the move. This is how dudes communicate, ladies. And then it's the homeboy. Okay. All right, cool. That's how we move. That's how we move. Look. This is what this means. Nigga. You ain't got to say the word. And he's saying, nigga. That's how it move and that's how dudes communicate. We know what we saying and we ain't got to say it. You know how women know how to talk to each other? And I don't know how y'all language is, what y'all communicate. But you know how women talk to each other and they be like, girl, and then they be giving that little cold talk. Little Caesars called me yesterday. That's your sad nigga. I get it. Little Caesars don't even call people back. They don't even open up until 11 o'clock. So I'm going to need you to change that name in your phone. Girl, Little Caesars was calling me yesterday. That's how dudes talk. Look, and this, when you back up, is, man, what the fuck? What the? Yeah, dog, watch your back. Nigga. That's how dudes communicate. I'm giving y'all too much sauce. Let's continue.
With commercial breaks and all of that shit. And your little dick was jumping. And every time I opened my intelligent mouth, bitch, your little dick got a little harder. And you were just so motherfucking enthralled with this black queen that was spitting this motherfucking knowledge. And even if you didn't agree with everything that I was saying, bitch, you was down for it. Because when it comes down to the women that you claim that you like, bitch, on that panel, I was her.
Have y'all ever seen Shark Week on National Geographic and Discovery Channel? On Shark Week, they can tell the different shark, because I'm really into these animal videos, right? On Shark Week, if you open up a specific shark's mouth, like the lining of their teeth, it tells how old they are and all of this other type of stuff. I can look at this whole nigga's mouth when they talking and tell that ain't no woman's teeth. Women's teeth are different. Like they got feminine. Women got feminine teeth, bro. Like when she do like this and you see that whole row at the bottom, that's a nigga's mouth.
It's giving skin. It was giving fresh face. It was giving no cleavage. It was giving, I'm not giving it to everybody. It was giving African kente cloth. It was giving all of the things. And bitch, I set it up that way for a reason. I didn't go in and put on lashes or overdo my makeup. I barely brushed my motherfucking hair because I didn't want people to turn around and say, you can only fool us if you have all of that going on. You can only trick us if you have all of that going on.
So, are you hearing what I'm hearing? Because you got to read between the lines. Now, this is a problem. This is a problem. Intentionally came on the panel to not only trick Umar Johnson, but to also trick us, the public, which we wasn't going for it. Because when I sit here and I see this, it was given nigga. I know you saying it was given femininity and it was given kente cloth and I didn't even try too hard. This was given, homie, I seen you walking down Dexter Avenue in Detroit, Michigan, nigga, to me. This is not given femininity. It's not given, oh, girl. It's not given, oh, she fine. It's not given, let me check for it. It's given nigga to me. Literally, the intention was to trick you. So now I have no compassion for this individual at all because the whole objective was deception as admitted through its mouth.
You can only be a woman if you have all of that going on. And it wasn't giving any of that. And you still sat there on the other end of that motherfucking screen, enthralled with my black, beautiful queen ass. And you did so on a public...
Shout out to the new movie coming out, The Woman King.
platform in front of everybody, and it's going to live forever, and you can never take it back because a whole bunch of motherfucking people have seen you call my trans ass a beautiful black queen on several occasions. And that's what you're really upset about. You could give less than a fuck about the fact that you were on a panel that you didn't know or that you didn't know. The only...
What? That you didn't know? What that you didn't know? Umar Johnson is probably the most intelligent person on that panel. Listen, I have a lot of problems with Umar Johnson. The one thing that I cannot take away from him, I have a lot of smoke as far as the things that I agree with or things I don't agree with Umar Johnson. But the one thing that you cannot say, and this is the same thing that emotional people do, the one thing that you cannot take away from him is his ability to be able to articulate himself, to talk in a professional manner, to communicate effectively. He was clearly the leader when it came to the person on that panel that was the most educated and intelligent and knew what they were talking about as far as being able to articulate their points. He referenced history that I didn't even know. He broke things down from a clinical psychologist perspective. He nuked that whole panel. There was nobody on that panel, and I'm talking about in a debate. And a debate is convincing people that you're right. It's not necessarily saying that you are right. Right? A debate is not a conversation in which you're trying to come to a conclusion. A debate is you trying to convince the audience that you're able to articulate yourself and your point more effectively than your opponent. And he was clearly head and shoulders above every single person on that panel. Clearly, without a doubt. And now that this person is throwing all of the insults and everything like that, that's supposed to mean something to us. You were the least articulate person on that panel. You were the dummy on that panel. You had nothing to add into the conversation. And the only reason that Umar Johnson gave you grace is because he didn't have the eye that we have and able to be able to see you as a natural born male, according to Umar Johnson's words. You had nothing to contribute to the conversation. Nobody was checking for you. Nobody is going to make a TikTok or a soundbite of you saying that, yeah, they was kicking knowledge. You had nothing to contribute. Not only are you an imbecile, not only are you a dummy, a whole dummy, because I'm a C student and I'd wash you. Maybe not in a fight, but certainly in a debate. Just make sure that you keep them on the other side of the screen. I don't want to have no in-person interactions with Hope. That's a whole nigga over there. Come on, man.
The thing that you're pressed about is the fact that you couldn't censor yourself not to say how you truly felt about what you were sitting in front of. And that's why you're bothered. You're not.
So your claim to fame is that you were able to successfully fool Dr. Umar Johnson into not disrespecting you because he thought that you was a woman. So now we don't only have to deal with modern men that are beta, modern women that are overly masculine, but we also got to deal with a mix, with a super soldier. We got to deal with super soldiers now and altered beasts that are looking intentionally to fool people. Where is the protection for people that are normal? I'm just curious. Where are the protections in place? Listen, there's protections for gay people. There's protections for black people. There's protections for women. There's protections for every in which person that you can find yourself, for Muslims, Asians, the Asian hate crime bill. There's protections for everybody under the sun except for normal, functioning, heterosexual human beings. Where are the protections for us?
Not bothered because of the fact that you only bothered because now all them hoteps that follow you, when they want to get under your skin, now they gonna go back to that clip and be like, remember when you said this? Because the same.
That's the one thing that I will not hold Umar Johnson accountable for. I will hold him accountable for a lot of things. I will not hold Umar Johnson accountable for you intentionally trying to fool him and him trying to show you a level of respect and didn't even have the decency to tell him exactly who it was that he was talking to. I got a lot of smoke for Umar Johnson, but this ain't one of them. This ain't one of them. You are subhuman. You are the worst of the worst. You are worse than a down low man. Worse than a down low man because you are intentionally trying to humiliate people on public platforms just to push your agenda. Just a subhuman because of the character that you have, which then translates into who you are as a regular everyday person. Even if you find somebody that will support your lifestyle, they need to be aware of you because you are a trash human being. And that is the truth. That is all facts. I'm not telling no jokes. You are a trash human being because all liars and all people that are trying to deceive people and make them look bad as a result, and that's the only way that you substantiate your argument, is going to have their part in the lake. That's scripture. You may not like it, but that's scripture. The same way I don't like men that are tricking women and then giving them venereal diseases because they giving them the monkeypox because they over there eating another man's butt on a down low, is the same smoke I got for this person. Whatever it is, it's the same smoke. I'll get to the super chats in a minute.
Man that has spent years of his platform talking about how you could clock one from a mile away and these men and these da-da-da-da-da, and if you don't understand the real essence of a woman and da-da-da-da-da, and I know, as a man, I know when I'm in the presence of a black queen, all of you.
But y'all wasn't in person. Y'all were on a screen and it's not the same. So his eye might have been a little bit altered simply because he was focused on Cynthia G and he was not focused on you. With your herringbone on. You was a whole nigga.
Men out there that's allowing yourself to be tricked is because you like that. Da-da-da-da-da. Y'all are beta males. But you sat right in front of me.
I'm not fooled.
You sat right in front of me. And Umar did not clock Hope after the fact. People who wanted to know how I was getting him together and wanted to know who the fuck I was did their research and told Umar.
No, as soon as I looked at the video, people was like, before I even played anything, they was like, hey, watch out for that one that's in the upper left-hand corner. That's a whole nigga.
I wasn't clocked. Let's be very clear about this. Not that it even matters. Let me take that off the table.
No. And see, this is the beauty in going live is because they can't take it back. Because when people record it, you can't take it back. This is the beauty in going live because now they're trying to backtrack and say something completely different than what the reality of it was. The reality of it was you were looking to deceive people and you successfully did it to Umar Johnson because it was on screen and you cannot walk that back. Do not try to do anything different because I don't like people like this. And let's be clear. I am not homophobic, not even a little bit. Not even a little bit. As a matter of fact, some of the people that I coach and I push, some of the people that work for me and that I've hired, because I believe in everybody's human rights. Now, that has nothing to do with my preference, but my preference have nothing to do with your decision and your life decision. And I'm going to tell you why. Because I got mines. I got my chick. I got my wife. I'm good. I got mines. Right? Your ability to be able to deliver on a job has nothing to do with your humanity. I am not going to determine whether or not I rock with somebody or I coach them or I give them insight on how they can level up financially. Now, if you are a scumbag, you are a scumbag in any form or factor. Do I prefer people that live this alternative lifestyle? Absolutely not, because I will not be aligning with it or subjecting myself to it. But you doing your job or you doing whatever it is that you do or whatever, so on and so forth, providing for your family, that's on you. That is your business. You're going to have to take that up with God. I'm not going to support it. I'm not going to align with you. I'm not going to none of your parties with you. I don't want to meet your parents. As long as you come here and you do your job, that's all I care about. At the same time, a trash human being is a trash human being. Flat out. Flat out.
Not that it even fucking matters. Not that it even fucking matters.
It matters.
But in this instance,
It matters.
what
That's
I'm
why you beat
saying
on that
is
dead
that
horse.
it's a problem, because the same men that sit back and say shit like, oh, if you can't tell, if you da-da-da-da-da-da, I know a black woman when I see a black woman, none of these niggas could ever, trick me. I would never be gotten because these men da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, and I bet.
What is da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da? What is da-da-da-da-da-da-da? What does that mean? Substantiate your argument. Talk in real words. I can't stand people like this, yo. I can't.
Without that wig and that makeup and da-da-da-da-da, all of this other stuff. All of the things that you could say, you can't say.
What?
You can't say.
What?
I'm not wearing wigs. I don't have on a face full of makeup. I'm not distracting you with my titties.
Yes, you do got a face full of makeup, and those ain't titties. That ain't no titties.
Distracting you with my cleavage. All that was on that screen was my big ass shoulders, my big ass head, and my big ass face.
Oh, yeah. I'm glad that you were able to more correctly identify yourself for what exactly you were presenting on. Big shoulders, big head, big face. And it looked like a whole nigga on that panel.
That was all that was on the screen, and you still missed it. And you had conversation, and you engaged, and I don't change my voice.
Yes, you did.
The voice is the voice.
Ugh, and it sound like it. It sound
and
like
so
it.
You're sitting there, and you're trying to figure out, how did this person deceive me? I didn't deceive you. I came and showed up as myself, and you received it.
Cap. Because let me show you who you really are. This is who you really are. That's who you really are. That is yourself. Everything about you is a deception, a Decepticon. Decepticons, roll out. This is the real you. You came as yourself. So did you come as him? I'm just asking the questions. This is the real you. You're not going to sit here and finesse us. We don't even know what your real name is. Huh? And they got the nerve to have a galaxy on that mug too. That ain't even no iPhone. Let me stop for y'all get super sensitive. Anton, the new iPhone 14s are the same as they were last year. That's cool. We'll just keep giving me the new upgrades. I'm good with that. But this is who you came at us with.
I came and I showed up as myself, and you received it as it was. A beautiful black woman sitting before you, because that's what it was.
I got to pause for that one.
How I got to that point doesn't matter. But you know, the other thing that's interesting is that in those comments, a lot of people are saying things like, oh, you know, this is why we can't trust them. Why wouldn't you just...
Facts. Well, I guess that's the end of that conversation. I'm curious. What do y'all think? What do y'all think? What do you think about this? On a Friday, what do y'all think about this? Let me read some of these super chats and see what the word is out in these streets. Jordan says, salute to Anton and the Bag Chaser. Salute to you, Jordan. I appreciate you. King Trini says, there's no protection for straight black males. I agree. I don't think that there's really protection for men at all, but that's just a whole nother conversation. That jawline don't lie. Facts. Jerry. See, you ain't think I was gonna catch it, Patrick Hill. I missed some things. I ain't missed that one. Aaron says Fatty might have fell for it. Facts. We're gonna talk about Fatty. We're gonna talk to Fatty tonight. Darius Pierce LLC says, yeah, that's Uncle Auntie. I wish I would have came up with that first. Shout out to you, Jay Reed. You ain't no killer, Jay Reed. You ain't no killer, Jay Reed. I'm going to need y'all to start catching these movie references. That was an N2D. You ain't no killer, Jay Reed. This person in a living embodiment of Twitter. That is a very good observation. I agree. Shout out to Jay Reed for the 10 ball. Iron Panther says he went from African Queen to King Henry playing for the Tennessee Titans. Whew. Thank you, Iron Panther. I appreciate you. Mr. P says, oh no, Umar Johnson got filed like Tracy Morgan. Fooled like Tracy Morgan did from First Sunday. That's Mordecai. Orange Pill Nurse says, in the words of Jerry Seinfeld, she has man hands. Ooh, and also Orange Pill Nurse says, I wish it could just sing if he wasn't man enough. I'm not going to sing that. I'm not singing Tony Braxton. Nope, I'm not singing it. For me, she would have killed it with all of that bass in their voice. I'm not singing Tony Braxton. Nope, y'all not about to get fooled me. Mr. Chambers, shout out to Mr. Chambers. Mr. Chambers says, this ninja came Jeffrey in my Young Thug. Remember when Young Thug was wearing a dress and y'all said there wasn't nothing wrong with it? Shout out to Brock. Brock says, can we go back to the money talk, please? Nope, not on a Friday. We talked about money in the beginning. We talked about Kanye and the money in the beginning. We had the money talk. Right now, we talking about hope. Or should I say Henny? You know what I'm saying? Listen, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Dr. Umar Johnson, he did nothing wrong in that video. I called it for what it is. And I think that hope needs to be brought to the front of the congregation. And these are the type of people that need to be canceled, because when they come in on trying to fool people intentionally in order to try to make them look bad when they're trying to have a serious conversation, that's more egregious than anything that Dr. Umar Johnson or Cynthia G said on the panel. All right. So listen, I have to go. I'm about to go get my iPhones. And I have a charity preview to go to tonight. And we got Fight Club tonight. And then I got the Brittany Renner thing. So make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat. And then more importantly, if you need to email me or get in touch with me, email me at antondaniels413@gmail.com. Shout out to Mike Check 1212 says the Woman King. How many of y'all are actually going to see the Woman King in theaters today? How many of y'all going to see the Woman King in theaters today? I want to know. Listen, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all. Make sure you hit a like for the YouTube algorithm on your way out the door. Subscribe if you haven't already. And turn on your notifications so that you know when I go live or I drop a new video. But I need you to do me one more favor before we get up out of here, family. Make sure you tell your family and friends. We don't want to be rich by ourselves. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank you for continuing to hold me down. It has been an epic weekend. It is going to be an even more epic weekend. Thank you to my ladies. Thank you to my gentlemen. Thank you to everybody that continues to pour into what we're doing here at the Bag Chasers. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Patreon members, I am going to see you tomorrow night at the live meetup. Details is inside of the Patreon. Make sure y'all tap in with